Hey, good morning, you guys. So, um, for weeks actually, I've been thinking that I'd like to read again, and the right book hadn't appeared. And some of you will remember that last year I read the book "Letting Go" by Dr. David Hawkins online, and I read Eckhart Tolle's Power of Now online. They were great books, and I enjoyed reading them. But anyway, I've been thinking I'd like to read again. I'd like to share something online, so I just found something, and I don't know because I never know whether I'll do this whole thing or not, but it's just amazing. So this little book, I don't know if you can see it or read it. It's called the 24-Hour Day Book, and this edition was written in 1954, and so it was written for people who were in the 12-step world, and by I don't even know the author's name, but it it this had somebody's name in the front of it, Lauren Hintz, written in, and it was from the Rosetown AA group. So I don't know where I got this. I've had it for a while. I probably picked it up in a bookstore, secondhand bookstore, because I do that sometimes. But I just wanted, I read today's May 1st. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. So I'm going to read to you a little bit, and so it's not a long reading, like I was doing when I was reading a book, when I read Eckhart Tolle and Dr. David Hawkins' books in the past. They were a long reading. It's a very short reading, but it's really packed, written in 54. So just imagine this by this fellow, and I'll get you his name when I get further on here. Now, any time that they use the initials AA, I'm going to change it to 12-step because there's some traditions here, so I'm just, that around anonymity and that sort of thing. So I'm just going to refer to it as a 12-step. And this is May 1st, Thought for the Day. The 12-step program is one of charity, because the real meaning of the word charity is to care enough about other people to really want to help them. To get the full benefit of the program, we must try to help other alcoholics or addicts. We may try to help somebody and think we have failed, but the seed we have planted may bear fruit sometime. We never know the results even a word of ours might have, but the main thing is to have charity for others, a real desire to help them, whether we succeed or not. The question is, in the thought for the day, do I have real charity? And then it has a meditation for the day. And the meditation for the day, all material things, the universe, the world, even our bodies, may be eternal thought expressed in time and space. The more the physicists and the astronomers reduce matter, the more it becomes a mathematical formula, which is thought. In the final analysis, matter is thought. When external thought expresses itself within the framework of space and time, it becomes matter. Our thoughts, within the box of space and time, cannot know anything firsthand, except material things. But we can deduce that outside the box of space and time is eternal thought, which we can call God. It's beautiful. It's like, wow, that's so deep. It's so Muji. It's so, written in 54 for the 12-step program. And then the third part on this page is a prayer for the day. I pray that I may be a true expression of eternal thought. I pray that God's thoughts may work through my thoughts. Pretty cool. I think I'll read this. I'll try to read a little piece of this every morning, and I'm going to read the meditation for the day again. Just this is May 1st, meditation for the day in this book, which was written in 1954. And by the way, it has a price in it, $1.50. It has $1.50 price. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to read this meditation again. So the meditation again. This is, hi James. I'm just reading. I found this old book in a box in my closet, written in 1954, called the 24-Hour Day book, and it's geared towards people in the 12-step world. But it's it's so metaphysical. It's so cool how amazing it is. The meditation for the day again. All material things, the universe, the world, even our bodies, may be eternal thought expressed in time and space. The more the physicists and the astronomers reduce matter, the more it becomes a material mathematical formula, which is thought. In the final analysis, matter is thought. When eternal thought expresses itself within the framework of space and time, it becomes matter. Our thoughts, within the box of space and time, cannot know anything firsthand except material things. But we can deduce that outside the box of space and time is eternal thought, which we can call God. That's so cool. All right, you guys. I just wanted to share that with you this morning, and it's pretty cool. So that's May 1st. These writings are one for every day, and I'll see. We may come back tomorrow. It's my intention in this moment. But life does change. We'll see, and read from this little book. It seems like a pretty beautiful little book. Okay, love you guys. Hope you're doing well. Isn't that something? I mean, everything that that we've been learning is that the answer, the connection, is deep down within us, and often we're caught up in the external, what's happening externally, and if we can drop inside and allow the voice of eternal thought, the voice of God, if you will, to speak through us, life is amazing, and it's not subject to what's happening to us, but it's really who we are, and so beautiful to see that and to see it written here in 1954 by this fellow in this little book for the 12-step world. I think some of us, don't realize how spiritual, if you will, how metaphysical the 12 steps are. They are a clear path to awakening, and somehow, because there's stigma around alcoholism and drug addiction, and that lots of folks miss the beauty that's in those steps, and of course the steps allow us to surrender and to let go of the idea that our ego knows, and allows us to surrender to the moment, to God, to today. And, whatever we conceive God to be, it's clearly not what we were taught as children. And that's the big thing. I work with lots of newcomers, and they're like so anti the idea of God, because the idea that they have was one that was given to them, by people who probably, maybe, often weren't living it, and were hypocritical in some way, and so they decided that it doesn't work, and it's not true, and they threw it out. But there's a much deeper possibility in a relationship with a higher power, with infinite intelligence, with the internal thought, the capital S self, not the small s self. So Anyway, I think I'll read this. Cody, good to see you. Just found this old book, 1954, 12 or the 24-hour a day book for the 12-step world, and it was just really good. My reading. Go back and have a look at it. Okay, love you guys, and yeah, that's it. And I think May 1st is a day that we can call, really the beginning of post-coronavirus. It's the beginning of the end of the initial lockdown, the initial alarm that we went through. All of us, many of us, in a charitable way, because we cared of others, because we care about other people. We said, yes, I will do this. I will sit at home. I will, not just because we were fear for ourselves, but because we care about other people. And we decided that this was important to help us look after others, to look after ourselves, and a bigger cause. Okay, it's the beginning of the new era, and there's no such thing as normal, so it's not a new normal. It's a new era, a new beginning, we don't know what it is, because we never knew. There was no security. There still is none. This is the new living on the edge. Okay, love you guys. Cheers.